issue of workplace health and wellness, it's been a significant topic coming out of COVID and through COVID. I think it really came to everybody's radar. I know that our organization, for example, we kept getting phone calls. I've got this staff. We don't really know what to do. They're stressed out. They're saying they're having a hard time working. They're burnt out. And so we had a lot of those phone calls. And there's a lot of things that we sort of talked to organizations about. And we said, it's starting to prioritize your employees. Like, your employees are the backbone of your organization. And as a leader, what you need to be doing is creating positive work environments. And that's certainly going to help. If you think about the amount of time that we spend in an occupational setting in our lifetime, the impact of sort of healthy workplaces, both physically and sort of from a mental health perspective, it really makes a difference in people's lives at the end of the day. So physically, natural light in your offices, ergonomic workspaces. It's things like, from a mental health perspective, it's recognizing employees, from a motivation perspective. We really talked about flexibility in the workplace with respect to, does the person really need to start at 9:00 in the morning every day if they're not a morning person, for example? Because as an employer, you're really interested in getting the work done. Are you really worried about the time when they get that work done? And the positive impact of those things on employees certainly makes a difference in their overall well-being. Because it was such a big topic coming out of the pandemic recently, a lot of organizations, invested in health and wellness programs. And I think what we've seen actually is that it's becoming a bit of a fad, that a lot of organizations have seen or have had consultants come in and say, hey, listen, I'm going to develop a workplace wellness program for you and implement all of this. And it's really costly at the end of the day. And it's in the best, the employers, they've gone out and they've hired people and they've brought them in. But what the research is saying, and this is what we do in the organization as we research this, is that these programs, these wellness programs, are not actually having a huge outcome at the end of the day, or a positive outcome. So organizations, small to medium enterprises, are really interested in their employee health and well-being. They've gone out, they've spent money, but it's not doing anything. And so I think what really needs to happen is employers need to see themselves as leadership, painting a vision for the organization, and start by creating a culture that addresses health and wellness. It takes everybody in the organization, but just start with those simple, basic steps where you think about it from, the work from an employee perspective. I think that's really where you really need to start. I was speaking to a professor a few months ago, and we were talking about creating those workplace environments. Employers are coming in and they're like putting foosball tables in, and they're putting a bowl of apples on the table, etc. That's not creating a culture. If those things are a result of the culture that you're trying to create, then great. But I think it starts with that sort of, understanding sort of change management processes, understanding how to create healthy cultures and changing the cultural environment. And I think that evidence is saying that's where you really need to start to make an impact for your staff.